This is the ornamented mirror by Darius Drobnika for the game The Order 1886. So yeah, let's get started then. Let me open my Substance Painter. Oh yeah, sorry. And okay, Substance Painter is on. So let me import the files. Texturing, ornamented mirror, and all the maps that I need to use for the texturing. Okay, perfect. So yeah, here's the kinda the low poly for my ornamented mirror. It's not really low poly though, but it's doable for to do the texturing. Yeah, the reason why I make it quite high, it's really super high now, because from the reference I saw it also super detailed. Like I don't think this is gonna use for the in-game, I'm not sure, but yeah, the silhouette is there. So yeah, that's the reason why I make it super high like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to log in all the maps first. Okay, so yeah, so this is my normal map. I did the baking for the normal map in Autodesk Maya, and everything else other than normal map I bake it in Substance Painter, like this workspace normal, and then the ambient occlusion, the position, and the thickness. The curvature map, this one actually I did it in Photoshop, like changing some value from the normal map, and then until I get this result. So yeah, okay, let's just start it with the texturing. So I'm gonna start with the frame. Actually, let me change the camera setting first. It's more comfortable for my eye this way. And let me just turn on my shadow. I don't think it's necessary, but yeah, let me just turn it on. And then yep, let's start. Okay, for the texturing, usually I will start with the base color. So create fill, the fastest way to do this is just to color pick from the reference picture. Okay, this is the, as you can see, I use Mac, and this is the downside of using Mac. I'm not sure why. I need to make my reference image as a wallpaper first, then I can do the color pick. It's really not like comfortable to do this, but I need to do this first. Okay, then now I can do the color pick. For the base color, I usually do not pick the lightest or the darkest color. I usually pick in the middle, so not too bright, not too dark. I think, yeah, I think here's just nice. At first, I thought that this props is made from like wood material, but now that I'm looking at it, there is a reflection here, pretty shiny though. So I think this is made from a metal, a painted metal. So yeah. Since this is a metal, I need to crank up the metallic value, I think around 0.5, I guess. And the roughness, yeah, I think 0.4 is pretty good. Okay. And the other thing, when I do the texturing, after I decide what color to be the base color, usually I will just do put the AO on top of this layer. Pretty subtle though, maybe 15. Just to make the detail a little bit pop up. Okay, right now it's still pretty flat. I'm gonna add a secondary color here. This color, and then I'm gonna change the blending mode to, not sure, maybe screen. I think let's just do screen first. Yeah. What kind of mask is good for this? No. what this secondary color do is I need that to make the to make the color not so flat. So because in real life there will be a lot of like imperfection in the paint color. So yeah, that's why I need to add this secondary base color. Okay. How about this extras? Yeah, pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, now now I want to like make this kind of edges more pop up, like give it a highlight. So yeah, gonna do that. I think this one is too strong. Gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, here you can see some difference before I apply that secondary color. It looks super flat, super like not so realistic. Then after I put the secondary color, it gives these props more like identity, I guess, more defined. Looks not so boring. And then after this, yeah, gonna make this highlight edges. Gonna do some experiment here, maybe this one. Oh, pretty nice. How about the cool? think some parts is a little bit too intense, like this one. I do not want that, so maybe we can modify a little bit. Where is grants? Here. Let's do this one. Change the projection to 3 planar, so it will be seamless. Yeah. And then change the bending mode to subtract. Still not the result that I want. Maybe change the color, maybe. And the somewhat like here is okay. Let me redo it. Maybe from the cavity gives us a better result. I'm not sure. I think the cavity looks a little bit better, so gonna leave it like this for now. Yeah. Okay. think it's not orange enough. Mine is too yellow. So yeah, gonna try to make it as close as possible with the reference. Yeah, I think this looks better. Okay, proceed. Yep, now that I have the base color somewhat correct with the reference, I got the secondary color to help me break the color a little bit, and then I got the edge here highlighted properly. I'm not sure it's properly already, but let's see. I think the color still looks a little bit off because I just changed the base color. Can I change it also? Okay, it's too bright. So oh, looks good. Okay, yep, now the color is somewhat there. I'm gonna proceed with the what's this, the damage maybe? Yeah, the imperfection. Yeah, this color right here. Gonna do the big color again. Okay, forgot to turn on the layer. Okay. I think the color is correct, so Let's start with the masking. Let's call this imperfection. What should I use for the mask? Maybe this one? No. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of experiment here, so yeah, just bear with me. What's this actually? It's more like it's not like a damage. It's more like not sure, oxidation maybe. Ooh. Let's change the value. It looks nasty now. Balance maybe. Contrast. Don't think so. Yeah, don't think this is the right one. Let's do surface rust. Yeah, it gives the mask where I want to be, like here, but it's got affected by the AO, I think. So maybe if the AO going out to 0. Oh. Looks okay though, but let's just modify it. Why this one is mirrored? I did not mirror the UV. Yeah, here I did not mirror the UV, but why the mask is got this butterfly effect? Okay. What should I use? Maybe this one. Yeah, it looks good actually. And give me the effect at the place where I want to be, like here. And then how about the top part? Yeah, looks okay. Yeah, here. And here. But the problem is I have already used this smart mask before for the which one, for the secondary color, so it might, like, you know, stack on top of each other, and it will kill one of the color. So let me modify the smart mask a little bit, so it will be a little bit different with this one, with the secondary color, because I use the exact same smart mask, which is the extras. Okay, let's see what I can do. I think it need a little bit more brown. Oops, so ugly. Oh, yeah, this might looks good, but the value of the metal and the roughness is not correct. Here metallic is 0.5, so should give it the same. And the roughness, maybe I'll make it a little bit I think it has the same value, roughness value as well. Let's try and modify it from here. What happens if I crank it up? Doesn't give me much, but Yep, right now the imperfection effect, I think it's a little bit too spread out evenly, especially in this area here. So I'm gonna try to, oh, the ball also so dark. But here is okay though. So maybe I can try to do the subtracting again. Maybe this one will do. Subtract. Where is other? This is weird. Why the color not go through? Okay. Yeah, I need definitely to clean the balls here. It's way too dark now. Maybe I'm gonna cook it once more time. And pass through. Oops. Can make it clean. I think it's too strong. My press is too strong. Make it clean a little bit. Yep, here's also not so dirty. Here too, the bottom part. It's pretty clean here, so gonna make it gone real quick. Yep, I think it's better. Here's a little bit weird, so I'm gonna make it gone also. Okay, how does it looks like? Yeah, it looks okay. Still not look quite right, so gonna modify it a little bit more. There are a lot of weird lines like this one. I think I'm gonna need to paint it manually. To make it gone, like so. Oh man. Okay. Oh yeah. Here's also super clean compared to mine. It's pretty dirty, so gonna paint it out also here. Yeah, let me change to my tablet. So hard to paint with mouse. Okay, great. Yep, let's move on from the imperfection. I think we can fix it later if it looks not correct. Still not looks correct, but I don't want to waste too much time for this one. Let's proceed to this like white damage here. Yeah, this one is pretty simple. We just create a new layer using the fill layer and make the color white, obviously. And I think it's still metal, so the metallic will be a little bit higher because this is not painted anymore. It's more like the paint that got chipped off, so you can see the bare metal underneath the paint. And the roughness, I think I'll just keep it the same with the other. Let's call this one paint damage. Yeah. Okay, let me change back to my mouse. I'm pretty sure that this one, the paint old, or this one. And then I think the paint old will be more suitable. Let's make it like have a little bit of the height. Oops, too much. I think the effect also is too much. Let me decrease the level. Nothing. Maybe it's the grass. Okay, let's just do the subtracting again then. Fill. Maybe this one will do. Subtract. Not too good. Let's try another one. Okay, I'm just gonna paint manually. So this kind of thing here, I think it's too much. I want to keep it like peak, like this, like this. Okay, let's just paint it. Oops. Okay, I think it's pretty, yeah, somewhat there. Gonna save some time and let's just move on to the next one, which is making the dirt. Dirt. Dirt is not metallic, so let's go all the way here, and then the roughness is pure white. And for the color, I think I will not go like super black. Maybe from the base color and then we make it dark, like so. Yep. Let's try to use the third generator, which is this one. Oh, 0.3 maybe? really something that I'm looking for, because rather than like it looks like a dirt, it more like looks like an AO, especially in this area here. Okay, let's try with another mask. I'm gonna save it. I will not delete this one just in case. Maybe this one will do. It looks nice here. Comparing with this one, I prefer this one. Here also, it's more like dirt, like if this one is more like ambient occlusion that made out of dirt. This one looks more like a dirt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one, but obviously I want to make it here a little bit cleaner. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna paint it manually. Where's my third brush? There you go. Make the dirt here. Oops, make the dirt here gone. Here as well, and this one too. Yeah, because it's too intense for the dirt to be here. Okay, let's see which part that got too much dirt. Okay, this one is dirt. Okay, let's move on to the next part, which is I think I want to emphasize the edge more, which is the edge highlight. I know we have done that before, which is this one. I think I want to make it a little bit pop up. So I'm gonna copy this one, paste it here, and then gonna play with the level. Oops. It looks ugly though. Maybe just very subtle like this will do, yeah. Oh. I think this part has too much imperfection. Gonna copy the base color, put it somewhere here. Or maybe on top of the imperfection. Yep. And then I think just now I accidentally choose the correct mask for this, so gonna use it, run. Yep. It covered quite a lot of area for this part here. Screen maybe. But I still want the imperfection here still there, so I'm gonna delete this color here a little bit by manually painting it like so. Okay, guys, sorry, I think I need to pause my session for a while. I need to go to the toilet, so I'll be back in a second, okay? Yeah, I think the texture is like somewhat there, but I still feel that it's looks a little bit flat. So what I usually do is I will grab a fill layer here and then gonna put the thickness map. The thickness map here, I will not do subsurface scattering because it is not organic, but what I'm gonna use is, because the thickness map has this beautiful gradient here, so it will give a lot more feeling, like it will help your diffuse map looks not so flat. So after I grab the thickness map, I'm gonna change the blending layer to overlay. Okay, it's too strong, maybe soft light. Yeah, you see the difference? This is before I use a thickness map, and this is after I use a thickness map. It's kind of like give the diffuse map more color, more life to it, but it's still too strong, so I'm gonna reduce the opacity in maybe 50. Yeah, I think 50 is enough. Okay, I think the frame is done. Now let's start with the mirror part. It should be pretty simple. For the mirror, I will start with the fill layer. Make the color gone, normal and height as well. I don't need that. Crank up the metallic until max, and the roughness to the super black here. And voila, you have the mirror already. Now let's create the dirt like here. Because it has no color, so we just play with the roughness. Let me save first. New fill layer, color, metal, just rough only. Let's rename this to base mirror, and then this one side third, because I want to make this one. So gonna paint that manually, turn on symmetry, and start painting. Okay, after that, gonna make more dirt in the middle here, because as you can see here in the reference image, it's pretty dirty, so gonna try to do that. I'm gonna copy it. Middle dirt. Gonna use the grunge. Maybe this one. Ooh. Not so nice. I think this one is okay, but I think it's too intense, so yep, I think somewhat like this. Okay, maybe not call this middle dirt, maybe just middle dirt, it's okay, I think. Okay, since this is a mirror, I think I want to give it like a fingerprint on the mirror here, because obviously people will like touch the mirror a lot, like maybe when they want to move this mirror to another part of the house maybe. So yeah, let's do that. Fingerprint. Wrong one. Fingerprint. Pretty sure we have a fingerprint here. Make it smaller. Yeah, I think it's somewhat like this. Gonna erase some part. And yeah, I think the mirror is pretty much done. I think maybe I will add a thickness map again, because right now it's super flat. Glass. Mirror. There you are. Thickness. And then maybe I want to add like a little bit of damage on the mirror. So what should I use? That's plastic, maybe. Yeah. Yep. It's kind of effect. It's exactly what I'm looking for. So yeah. Is it too dirty? I don't think so. Actually, I missed one part. The damage here. Yeah, I'm gonna make the damage here first. Then after that, I think we can call it done for the texturing. Yeah, it still has this weird line effect from this layer, so I still try to make it good. Okay, this one I think looks okay. Yeah. Okay, we back at the image. Where's the third part? This one. I think I will make the height different to more emphasize the image here. Something like this. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll call the texture done, and now let's try to take it to Marmoset to render it. Yeah, I mean, usually I need like more than an hour or 2 hours to texture something like this, you know, experimenting with the smart material, smart mask one by one. So because of that, actually I have already done the texturing before this. I'm gonna show you. So actually just now when I do the texturing, I also kind of try to recall what things that I've done before, so it's a little bit slow. So gonna walk through the thing that I've done for this texture. So yeah, so I usually like I said before, I always start with the base color. Yeah, I always start with the base color, and then after that I create the secondary color to make it not really flat. So this is before, and this is after the base color. After I put the secondary color, I mean, sorry. And then after that, I do the edge highlighting. For the edge highlighting, I use the graffiti, and then I change the level, and then I use the ground sprint scratch to kind of make it more random, and then change the blending mode to subtract, and then what's this? Why did I rename this? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is actually the surface where to give it more color again before I do the imperfection thing. So yeah, this is how I did the imperfection before. I mean the damage red color here. So first I create a red color like this by using the color pick from the reference, and then I use I think it's the edge truss here, and then I play with the value somewhere. I think, yeah, I play the value, and then just change the level also. And then the reason why I copy it 3 times, because it doesn't give me the correct amount of damage, so I need to copy it 3 times. And then after that I group it, and then yeah, I use this masking to create a spotty effect like so. So you can see the difference here. This is before I use the mask, this is after I use the mask. And then again I use another smart masking. This is before and this is after I use the masking. And then after that I straight go to the white damage. It's actually the paint damage. Yeah, very simple here. I just use smart mask. I think it is either the paint old here or the paint old what's this called? Yeah, either this one or the paint old cracks. I think I use this one, the paint old cracks. And then after that I created dirt. Yep, like so. So I just use smart masking. I think it's one of these dirt smart masks, and then I delete some parts that I don't want the dirt to be there. And then yeah, there is a hide layer here because without it my mirror looks quite smooth. So this is before I put the hide, and this is after. As you can see, there is a lot of detail here on the surface, I mean. And then after that, this is another edge highlight because this edge highlight here has been covered by other layer, so I put it once more to make the detail pop up a little bit more, This is the difference. This is before I put another edge highlight, and this is after I put the edge highlight. And then the thickness to make the color not so boring, and also the ambient occlusion to make the detail a little bit pop up. Actually, there's no like significant difference, so but I'll just put there. So yeah, this is actually took me about almost 2.5 hours, I guess, because I need to like experiment one by one with smart mask, see which mask that suit me the most. And then the mirror, pretty much the exact same thing that I just showed you just now. So put the base color first, I mean the base metal and roughness, and then I make the side dirt, this one, and then rough breakup, yeah, this part, the middle one. And then I put some fingerprint on the mirror. So I forgot that I put a color here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I put a color, and then I put the thickness also to make it not too flat. As you can see the difference here. This is before I put the thickness map, and this is after I put the thickness map. And then here is another roughness breakup. Yeah, after this, after the texture is pretty much done, then I just export everything, export all the texture, choose the folder that you want to put the texture in. And maybe I just put a desktop, session texture export. Make sure you are exporting the correct map. Checking in here the list of export. We have the base color, height, metallic, AO, normal, OpenGL, and roughness. So yeah, that's the exact map that I want to export, and then just hit export, wait for a while. And it should be here, the session texture export. You will find all your map here. Yeah, for the height, for the size of the map, usually Substance Painter we just follow the size here. So if you want to export it as 2K or 1K, you can just change it here. Or I think you can also change the size here. Yeah, you can change the size here. You can export it as 8K as well, but I think it will be too heavy. I think 4K is enough. I'm exporting my size is 4K, so I think that's enough. Okay, now let's try to do the rendering. For rendering this kind of props, I mean for showing the props and the texture, usually I will just go with Marmoset toolbag, because that's the simplest way rather than use a game engine like Unreal Engine or Unity. So I'm gonna import the mirror. Gonna put in the texture that I've exported. Roughness, and then the albedo or the base color, and then the metalness. And for the mirror, roughness, albedo, and metallic. Okay, so what I usually do for rendering in Marmoset, I'll choose the correct HDRI first. Just switch the HDRI until you find which one suit you the most. I think I want a warmer HDRI tone. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think this one is okay. And then make sure you got the correct field of view. Usually I will just put 38. And then I'm gonna create another camera here. Okay, I forget how to here. So let's call this viewing camera, and this is rendering camera. So with this viewing camera on, you can rotate anywhere you want, but you will not lose your angle that you have set just now. So go to viewing camera. And then from the HDRI, I will make a light from the HDRI. So just by simply clicking here and see which one that give you the nicest effect. Usually I will just make the background color dark, because this way I can concentrate more on the props rather than just distracted by the environment around it. Why I choose dark? I have no special reason. I just think that it looks cooler in a dark background. And then I'll enable my global illumination, and then play with the lighting again. The downside by using a lot of light like here, like this, it will generate a lot of shadows on the prompt. So maybe we can just like turn off the shadow for now. And then I want to make a rim light. Change the directional, make it super bright. See it from the rendering camera. Yeah, I want to have this nice rim effect here. Call it a rim light. Then I think I'm gonna put a lot more light to show the detail here, because it's hardly seen now. So I'm just gonna put a light here. It's too bright now. Maybe another light from the top. So yeah, actually I have no like special technique or a rule when I put a light. I mean, making a scene like this in Marmoset. Usually I just experimenting, put the light, experimenting with the light, see which one that give me a good result. Just be careful that putting a lot of light will make your props got a lot of shadow. So just keep in mind that you need to turn off the shadow in some light. I think I want to make it a warmer tone. Like so. Okay. You can also play with the pause effect here. maybe I want to choose another HDRI for this. Wow, this one looks cool. Usually I do not really like the UVC gallery at CRI, but I think it suits this prop, so yeah, I will use this. Yeah, after you're happy with the scene or the light setup, you can just go to the setting here, choose what format that you want to export it. Usually I will choose PSD and then click OK, and then just click the image and open. So yeah, here there you go. You have the image render export successfully in Photoshop. So yeah, that's basically how I usually do from the texturing until the rendering in Marmoset and set up the lighting in Marmoset. I must say there are a lot of like experiment there, so usually I take quite a lot of time. Like the texturing itself, I think I need like 2 until almost 3 hours to finish the texture, because sometimes texturing a props that only have one material, it's a little bit tricky because there not much going on. It's just one material, and you need to make that material stand out. And yeah, there are a lot of experimenting there, like choosing which smart mask that suits me the best, choosing which brush that suits me the best, and then for the rendering, there are also a lot of like experimenting there. I will just put the light randomly at first, see which one that give me the best result, and then just save the light, choose the best angle, and then just export it as a PSD, and you can do a lot more editing there. So yeah, that's how I usually do the texture and the rendering in Marmoset Toolbag.